into the room and light it up, but yet can make it silent within her wisdom. The president and publisher of Lifetree Media, which is a publishing company that does nonfiction, help, healing, and inspiring nonfiction novels. Speaking from the CC Manual, speech number 3, The Book of You. The Book of You, Maggie.
Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm really pleased to be here tonight speaking to you about something that is really important to me. Books. As you heard, books are my business. They're also something that's just deeply meaningful. You've probably heard it said that the book is the new business card, right? Everybody's saying that. If you want to be taken seriously, stand out in your field, you need to write a book. I think that's true, especially if you're any kind of coach, a consultant, or a public speaker, which some of us are or aspire to be. It's absolutely essential. I think it's the price of admission, in fact. So a lot of people are doing it. And in fact, I would just wager that there are some folks in this room right now that are working on a book, and I'm not talking to you, Chloe, because I'm thinking here about nonfiction, but there are people in this room who are working on a book or would like to one day. Can I see a show of hands? Don't be shy. Wow, that's more than I thought. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question. I'm not going to ask you what your book's about, because we don't have time for that, but I just want to hear a couple of people shout out, what are some of the reasons that you're writing this book? What is this book supposed to do for you in your life or business?
Give me credibility.
Credibility.
Business card.
Business card.
Share my life story and motivate people.
Motivate people. Fantastic.
Legacy.
Legacy. These are all really, really great reasons to write a book. And I've heard others, that you want to impart your wisdom. You want to help people. You want to stand out and mark yourself as a thought leader. These are all really fantastic reasons to write a book. Unfortunately, a lot of people who set out to write a book and even succeed and get the thing published or self-published are going to find that it fails to help them actually meet those goals. The reason is that they cut corners and they look for help in the wrong place. So there are a lot of people on the internet, you might have found, that are shilling programs and courses and ebooks of their own designed to help aspiring authors write and publish their book. They're out there. There are tons of them. You might have come across them. And they've got a lot of competition between them. So some of them are making some pretty wild claims to get your attention and get your dollars. So we think of writing a book as something that takes a couple of years out of your life, a lot of hard work. But you know what? There's plenty of guys out there that'll tell you that you can write your book in 30 days or less. Or even 2 weeks. Some people will say 1 weekend is enough, an intense weekend. Very intense weekend. In fact, I got an email this week from one of these guys, because, I subscribe to their newsletters. I like to see what they're pushing. He says that his system will help you write your book in just 2 hours. Oh yeah, all you gotta do is ramble into a microphone for 2 hours and send it off to be transcribed, and you've got a book. Folks, I'm here to tell you that they're wrong. Yes, you might come away with some collections of words on pieces of paper. That does not make a real book. I know this because it is my business. I help smart experts translate their ideas into book form, into real books. I do it every day, and I know that it's a lot of hard work. One of the problems is there's a lot of confusion out there about what a real book is. What is a book anymore these days? Does it have to be printed and bound? Ebooks are real books. Well, hey, what if it's a PDF? Does it have to read on a Kindle? How long does it have to be? Does it have to be 200 pages, or can it be 10 pages? Is 10 pages a real book? There's a lot of confusion out there. So I'm going to help you cut through the noise. Not every instance of the word so is a pause. Sometimes it means therefore, and it's okay, it's a legitimate word. It's a little bugbear of mine. I want to show you this book. This book, it's called Vaporized, Solid Strategies for Success in a Dematerialized World. My company published this book last year. The author, Robert Tursek, is a media expert, a business consultant, and a public speaker. He did not do this book in 2 hours. In fact, I worked with him. I'll tell you what makes this book a real book. It's not the fact that it's in a hardcover. We actually published it in ebook format as well. Of course, you have to, that's important. What makes this book a real book is that the ideas contained within it were carefully developed. It was well researched, and it was meticulously edited. I'm its editor, I should know. I worked with this author to coach him through the writing of this book and to develop his ideas for about a year. And at the end of that, we weren't done. It went off to a second editor who copy edited it. And then it went to a designer. We've got some, it was beautifully designed with custom typography and a custom cover and all of that. And then it went to a proofreader and then on to a professional indexer. All of this took more than 18 months and a significant investment from him. But I'll tell you that this real book is delivering on its promise. He's meeting his goals. It was a big investment, but he managed to recoup 10% of that investment even before the book's official release date through bulk sales to his audience and to his clients. I'm very proud of this book, and I'm proud to tell you that, in fact, it's just been chosen for Business Book of the Year, a prestigious award that's going to be given out at the Frankfurt Book Festival. This is a real book in every sense. It can be found in Barnes & Noble and airport stores and Chapters Indigo all across North America. So, enough about that. By contrast, I want to show you something that I downloaded from the internet. This is also a book, purportedly, written by an expert in book writing. This man owns a company teaching people how to self-publish. And here's his book. It's called How Not to Suck at Writing. And you can see that the format is different. I'm not slagging it off for the format, but if you look at this book, what you will see is that its ideas are wafer thin. He goes through half of a book just trying to persuade you to buy his program. Each sentence is its own paragraph, separated by a line. This is designed to make the content appear more substantial than it is, and it's the kind of tactic that he encourages you to try in your book. I'm telling you, that is why, if you follow the wrong advice, you will not make an impact with your book in the world. You will fail. Do not treat your book like a piece of content marketing. It is not a piece of content marketing. Your book is a piece of you. So treat it with the seriousness and the attention to detail that your very most important ideas deserve, and you will have success. Thank you.
May I please have one